Hello, Natalie. Good to see you again. So history is officially coming to life right now because we are here at the Cleveland History Center. Earlier today, we talked about Hollywood on the Cuyahoga, which is an exciting exhibit debuting this evening. But now we're giving you a sneak peek of an exhibit that is currently in the works. I'm here with Patty Edmondson. She is one of the curators, so good to see you.
Nice to see you.
So this is a work in progress. And what is the title of this exhibit going to be?
It's called American Dream, and it's about 4 designers, and one of them is Hattie Carnegie, so her hat box right there, and it's about 4 immigrant Jewish women designers. And so next year is America 250, and I thought, what's more American than immigration?
Yes.
But I also wanted to show pretty clothes, and so we're looking at some post-war designers and what it was like to work in that era. And so this is really the very beginning of installation. These are some of the first mannequins that we're putting in the gallery. And so we've got a couple forms here showing sort of like what it's like to be shopping, and they're working in New York, but they're very popular here in Cleveland too.
Okay, so you chose these 4 women to kind of highlight. How did you go about specifically choosing these women?
So I was looking for designers that were very popular all over the country, but had a big presence in Cleveland too, and Cleveland connections. And so these are suits that were worn by Cleveland women and had Cleveland connections. And so these were connected to the Bamberger Knitting Mills in Cleveland, so family connections. But also, for example, Hattie Carnegie, she started out life as Henrietta Kanengeiser, and so that allows us to tell stories like name changes.
And I was going to say, she's not part of the super successful Carnegie family.
But she kind of chose that name, you know, because it's already dripping with success. It allows us to think about immigrants assimilating. But she really was super successful. She was a great entrepreneur. She had a whole workshop full of designers working for her. And then she was really popular. She sold her clothes at Halle Brothers. We have the Halle Brothers department store hat boxes too. And even though she was American, she was in the French room at Halle Brothers, which I think is really interesting.
Now, I want to kind of take a step away from here because there are 4 mannequins that are essentially complete. But as we take a look at this exhibit over the next couple of weeks, it's going to fill up. And I thought it would be really neat to show our viewers what kind of goes into that. So we see the blank space right now.
Empty.
How many mannequins are you expecting to complete this exhibit?
Just over 40.
Okay, just over 40. And if you're able to follow us into this back room, this is where I feel like so much of the magic and creativity really happens. We're taking a look at a collection of items that has been curated by you. So how do you go about selecting the items and do all of these items essentially for this space?
So we have storage, and normally, I mean, we've got children's wear hanging here, there's menswear, hats, but as I dress the mannequins, I've kind of tucked them in here so that they're ready to go out into the glass box. And what I do is I have my 4 designers, and I pull everything that we have by each of those designers, and then I start to look at what works visually and what works to tell story content-wise. And so one of the latest pieces in the show, for example, is this. Here, I'll kind of turn it so you can see it better. This dress. And this is by Pauline Trégère.
Wow.
And so her parents were Russian immigrants, and then she grew up in Paris and then moved to New York. So she's kind of got a double immigration story. And this is, so the show, the content goes from the 1940s to the 1980s, and this is from the 80s, and it was sold at the Chisholm Halley Boutique in Cleveland. And so it represents kind of the later end of her story. And so we have her clothes from the 1940s up until the 1980s. And so that helps round out her whole design story. And then it also connects to that Cleveland boutique. And it comes from a collection when Pauline Trégère came to Cleveland and worked with Cindy Halley. And they had this whole event, and so it helps us tell that story.
How fascinating. So this is an exhibit that is going to be open in October 17th, is that correct?
Yes, to the public.
It's at the Cleveland History Center. There are so many things to see and do here, everything from Hollywood on the Cuyahoga to the Crawford Aviation Auto Museum to this exhibit. So if you'd like to kind of immerse yourself in Cleveland history, log online to the website you see below. Thank you so much. This is fascinating. Good luck as you put the finishing touches on this exhibit. Stick around, we have more New Day Cleveland coming up after.